The operation's efforts to combat crime extended to a roadblock in Cosmos City on Saturday evening. These road users are confident in the law enforcement that sustained operations of this nature will contribute to a reduction of crime levels in the province.
To be honest to you, I felt safe. Well, you must remember one thing, we are South Africans. So many people come into our country, whereas they are illegal and things like that. So now we must get to the fact that when the police is doing this thing, I say personally that I like it because of you feel safe in your own country.
These are police officials, so we have to somewhat follow instructions and do as they are asking us to do. And the no parties, if they're something they are looking for, at least something should be explained to us. We should know what is transpiring.
A joint operation led by Gauteng Acting Provincial Commissioner Major General Mbuso Khumalo in collaboration with the various law enforcement agencies including the Department of Home Affairs has resulted in the arrest of several individuals found to be in the country without proper documentation.
The teams were able to arrest 35 undocumented persons that were found in this roadblock. They will also be able to arrest people that were found to be driving under the influence of liquor. So 4 are arrested, they are inside. The team was also be able to arrest 1 person that was found in possession of drugs. We were able to close about 12 ship-ins were closed.
So that was the raid that was conducted by the police through this Operation Chanela that occurred yesterday. And the Gauteng police, they arrested hundreds of these illegal immigrants. And some of them, they were traveling with these goods through the 6060 checkers. So the reason why most of these guys were being arrested, it is because they are illegal immigrants in South Africa. So most of these illegal immigrants, they are employed, via what is called a third-party delivery company. So most of these guys, some of them they're documented, some of them they are undocumented, and these are some of the issues that are causing some of the people to not be happy about this issue. This has caused, some social media campaigns, and with most people, saying that these undocumented immigrants are taking opportunities that are meant for locals. So this is why you see local advocacy groups and unions, they argue that these drivers are often exploited and underpaid. So this is why there is this widespread belief that checkers should prioritize local citizens, especially given the high unemployment rate. So that's the Operation Chanela that actually was occurring yesterday. It's a surprise raid, a sporadic raid, that just occurs just randomly, without giving any notice whatsoever. And that's why most of these guys were then arrested and some of these stores were then shut down. So Operation Chanela in itself, it's not connected to the delivery drivers or to immigration. It's actually a high-density crime fighting campaign that is conducted by the South Africa Police Service. And this Chanela is a Siswati word, which means to sweep. So it's a campaign that targets high crime spots. So you can see that this is a nationwide South Africa Police Service initiative that is actually led by provincial commanders, roadblocks, stops and searches, night patrols, and intelligence operations. So this Operation Chanela, it has led to a number of arrests over the years, And looking at some statistics, for 2025, there have been over 12,000 arrests that have been done. They've been shutting down, these stores that were not compliant, drivers that were driving under the influence of alcohol, illegal foreign nationals were being apprehended, hundreds getting arrested for violent crimes. So looking at the operational focus, so the primary goal, it has been to disrupt serious and violent crimes that have been occurring like throughout the country. In the secondary focus, it just includes road safety enforcement and immigration control. Hence, there are periodic arrests of undocumented foreigners. So, looking at the impact on communities, this Operation Shanela and what it has had, many communities have been commending this crackdown on crime that has been occurring throughout. But at the same time, there has been like complaints from taxi associations and motorists who have called the stops excessive and disruptive, because we know the police will be doing their checks, and as they'll be doing their checks, sometimes the traffic can then occur because the police will be checking the cars one by one, whether they are compliant or not. So this then causes traffic. It's just a drawback that comes in due to the attempt to crack down on crime. And a surprise one on the other side is that the arrest of illegal foreign nationals is also draws, criticism, with some arguing that it's necessary for law enforcement, whilst others see it as potentially fueling xenophobic sentiment, a concern, that is actually highlighted by South Africa's history of anti-immigration violence. But overall, looking at the pros and the cons, the pros definitely outweigh the cons that are brought about by Operation Shanela, because Operation Shanela, it helps to bring about compliance within communities, and it helps to mitigate the crime that actually occurs in communities. And you can see that this Operation Shanela, it was actually done at night, and you can definitely be guaranteed to know that during that night, definitely there was definitely peace. And for some few days that then follow after that, there is definitely going to be a lot of calm and a lot of peace throughout. So this is my review of the Operation Shanela that was done yesterday, is they arrested most of these uncompliant drivers and they shut down the stores. I'll catch you guys in the next one.